this demo, the sponge method, you'll find this to be something that is self-repeating. Yes, guys? Right?
Yeah.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I have my bain-marie station. I'm going to pick out the bowl of my choice. I'm going to place my egg product into the bowl. Excuse me? In half. Salt and sugar. I'm going to go ahead and and it will give you a very familiar look as to the brownies with it. You guys remember that excess amount of sugar, right? Just doesn't feel very liquidy. It feels very, very like sandy, right, guys? So your job at this point in time is to go right over, and your job is to just agitate. Initially speaking, you will have no action for the simple reason that the heat actually has to penetrate. But don't stay at a standstill because you will end up cooking the eggs even though it's been protected. So, you know, think of good thoughts. I'm going to make the best biscotti I've ever made. You know, who here has been in Italy?
And where?
Italy?
How about if you dreamed it?
What about Italian boyfriends?
Oh.
No?
Okay.
I think they're Italy. Yeah, fucking said that name, Italian man. He's just like, one more. Just get by. Because they can't speak English, so they just like jab you with their finger.
So I always start off with a whisk. I'm going to go back to my spat. The reason why I take the spat is because I'm able to collect every part of the sugar that's been stuck to the side, and now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to stir, right? As if I'm stirring a large pot of tea, just to make sure my sugar dissolves. Guys, if you guys see something floating on top that looks like omelet, you cooked it. And that's because you weren't paying attention. Okay, guys? Please also pay attention to the fact that my flame is not very strong. I'm just utilizing the strength of my evaporated water. Right, guys?
Yes. Good shit.
The reason why I'm not passing this around today is because I will lose everything that I'm trying to gain, right? So I want you guys to know, if it is in reference to the tea, I hope you guys understand. Okay, guys? What was once very sandy, like the way you saw the brownie mixture, right, will become very liquidy because the sugar no longer holds its property. It becomes soluble, right? So it will become more watery. Yeah? Then I'm going to just place a little bit, and it should feel warm. And yet, there's still a little bit of grain. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue. Now also, this is very important that I say this, you know, don't just sit there and then like, gee, like I don't know why it's not happening. You have to make sure that it's constantly moving. It will help the sugar dissolve. Okay guys? So don't just sit there and raise the flame or something to the effect. Understand that the sugar is eventually going to dissolve because of the warmth, but just make sure it's constantly in motion. And it's nice and smooth now, okay? So I'm going to take it off. Get a whisk attachment. And let's put it on speed 3. We're going to whisk this until we get at least about triple the original volume, guys. Triple the original volume.
I know.
Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and get the flour. And the chemical. And we're going to have it sifted and have it ready.
Okay. I look the same way.
So chef, with Austin's method, we're gonna have to whisk it until it triples in size.
Did you fit Instagram?
once it gets to this this spot, I want you guys to pick it up, and you'll see like the batter will fall and will leave its marking, but the marking will eventually disappear. And that's what we call a ribbon stage, right guys? I'm going to just pass this around because it's almost at its perfect peak, right? So that I can whip some more. I just want you guys to go ahead and look at it. Okay guys? You can pick up the whisk and let the batter fall. And as the batter falls, you see like the batter leaves an impression of itself before it disappears. Okay guys? Make sure you guys look at that. I'm going to whip it a little bit more. And also, it's very important for you guys to see the volume on this one, right? So that, tomorrow you'll be like, okay, this is what I was looking at. And also, it seems like a lot of you guys have amnesia, because you come back the next day, Chef, I want to be sure. Be sure now, guys, please.
So they say eggs, butter, sugar, eggs, sugar, and salt. Yeah.
That's right.
Can't believe the turkey. I love to learn shit. Talking about me.
Well, I envy you. I envy you.
No, I envy
Just
you,
learn
chef.
from you.
While we're young. While we're young. So you don't deflate that thing. Are you guys cold? Even in I set the room like around 72 in here.
The air like kicked on a second ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Texas. It gets really cold.
I get cold at like 65.
Yeah, that's cool.
Bring out the winter jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. New Mexico, they don't have seasons, so
Is it just not
yeah.
hot all the time?
It's hot and windy, and if it does get cold, it's like so windy it like burns your face. Like right now, I think it's still in the 50s. It's sunny.
So that was fun.
That is the sponge. Can we just hurry up, please? That's why certain things I do not show, because I end up making a muck of it. Thank you so much. There. So once I get that volume, I'm going to go ahead and add my zest. I'm doing it on speed 2, and you can do it on speed 3, but the reason why I don't do it on speed 3 is because, why? Huh? It might spit right back at my face, you know what I mean? Right?
Yes.
Not for any other reason. So again, I always want you guys to be proactive in the way you guys think. Can I do this on speed 1? Yes, I can. You know what I mean? I'm adding the vanilla. Now I'm going to stop. I'm going to put it back to speed 3, right? I'm going to give it a last jolt. Is everybody on the same page so far?
Yes, sir.
So we haven't really complicated things or anything of that nature. Yeah.
How long back will it happen? Like 5 minutes?
It's basically, you know how you guys were picking it up and going back down, picking it up and going back down. The idea is that as it whips, right, and as it incorporates the air, right, the air bubble stays where it's at. But the minute you pick it up and let go like this, is that the air goes up with you, and then when it comes down, the air pops, pops, pops. And even when you tap hard here, you're going to end up killing some of the air bubbles. Okay, guys? So what I always recommend is just do small. Now what we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and start folding in the dry ingredients. Okay, guys? Let us hope that we have prayed. Let us hope that we have not sinned. Because if that is the case, it will not work very well. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and place the sifted dry ingredients right over it. And I'm going to put about a 1/3 of it. Okay, guys? I'm going to go ahead and use my spat, rubber spat. What you guys are going to do today or tomorrow is that you're actually going to fold it. You're folding it. Because remember, like, to your question, if we stir it, you're going to end up getting a very bad product. Because we want to retain as much of that expansion as possible. We are going to lose quite a bit, right? But we're going to try to save as much. So I'm going to pass this around, but don't move this. Don't move this, guys, right? And I want this thing to be passed around expeditiously, because this is the stage where you put the second batch of flour.
Very
Nice. Hot potato.
So you guys notice that the flour has not been fully incorporated, right, guys? But it's been dispersed. So that's the important thing, okay? So you guys understand, right, guys? So the flour has not been really incorporated. Thank you so much. But we're going to go on. So I'm going to add the next third. I'm going to fold. And again, it's going to look the same as just now. When I passed it around, that's when you're ready for your last part of it. At first, you will actually feel like David versus Goliath, because it seems like it's too much dry here, you know? Just cutting into it, bringing it right back up. Cutting into it, bringing it right back into it, never flattening it. Does that make sense, right? So you're working your angles, and whether you call me sexist or not, but I've always felt that the ladies actually have better wrist movements than men. That's why Genoise made by females are always better. But I've been working on the wrist movement myself. because we're making cookies, you guys have to understand that this thing is not going to be like a regular cake batter, right guys? So from a cookie dough, we have graduated with honors, I suppose, from yesterday, so that we are going to be making a softer kind of cookie, right guys? Almonds all go in. Bovassier, can you get me a scoop of pastry flour? Sorry, Victoria. I'm gonna push this all the way over here so you can still see. I gotta swing by your house and get some food from Thanksgiving. I mean, that's generous. Okay. So what we are going to do is first we're going to just lightly place a little bit of flour, just very lightly. Okay. You'll find that this thing will be slightly sticky if you do it right. If you don't do it right, it's just going to come off like a cinder ball. Cinder ball. So I'm going to just go ahead and rotate a little bit just to pick up the almonds. Okay, first what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and collect the all important ingredients. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut. So this is where your partnership starts, okay guys? So you've made it, so you're going to give one half to your partner, right? The other half is yours. So you're going to be working with this one. So the very first thing that you are going to do is you're going to just kind of like manipulate a little bit. I didn't do too much right there. Now we're going to come back with more flour. At this point in time, you're just going to use the flour to your advantage. You're going to roll it so it looks nice and even. Okay, guys? You want to be able to pick it up. Place your biscotti. Remember play with it a little bit, right? And then put it down. The point of the exercise really is to get you guys thinking about the sponge method, because a lot of the cakes that you guys are going to be doing along the way will require that you to understand the sponge method. Once that is done, we are going to go ahead and get an egg. We'll get an egg and we'll use it as an egg wash.
My dreads hurt. Your mouth, like when you said that it's cold and you're like,
He accidentally put it in with his colors.
So one egg, just put about a teaspoon of water. Then we're going to go ahead and egg wash our Biscotti. You guys are going to egg wash this guy generously so that you'll get that nice color. This will get baked at 390, okay guys? 390 degrees. But we'll set it up for you guys at 385, okay? So that because you guys are going to be doing a lot more tomorrow, right? Just be vigilant, okay guys? All we want is expansion and coloring. That's all we want. Because the word biscotti in Italian, it means baked twice or cooked twice. Okay guys? So we baked twice or cooked twice. In this case we baked twice, but cuoti means to cook. Okay? Bis, I'm sure you guys know, bi means two, right? So it's twice cooked, twice baked, right? So we are going to go for color, we are going to go for expansion, but they will not be fully cooked because we have to cut them and then bake them again. Right guys? So in the oven it goes.
What is the settings for it, Chef?
The setting, I'm going to give it to you because I just set it, and it's going to be 877, guys. So, Lawrence, do you have a smartphone? Can you go ahead and time that 12 minutes for me? We'll probably need to go 15, but we'll check it on 12, okay?